Hi, Magda.
Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to 19th second already episode of our podcast. We really keep recording and recording. I think we could create an encyclopedia of productivity now. Uh, Indeed, as Michael said, uh, many people use Nozbe a lot for work, for business projects, for professional stuff, but they don't even think of using it for their private stuff and for their personal projects and maybe for home renovation or their health control or something like that. So today we would like to show you that it's totally possible and it's easy and it's pretty natural.
Yeah, exactly. So the thing is that in the new Nozbe, we have introduced the concept of spaces, or so workspaces. This way, you can kind of divide, um, separate, uh, balance two things: work and play, work and family. And many people still think that when you sign up for a Nozbe account, the only thing you can do is just do your work stuff, prepare your work projects, and it's great for that, and it's great for task-based communication that we coined. Um, but um, what happens is that it also can be used for personal life, and the best part is that even if you're part of a team, you can still set up your own separate space just for your stuff, and your boss and your colleagues will not be able to see it.
hmm Exactly. We realize that spaces is a pretty abstract term and they are a source of many misunderstandings or not understandings. So let us explain and show you how exactly spaces work and how our subscription works, which is totally linked to the term, which is space. So when you start to use Nozbe, you create your free account. You sign up, you log in, and you have your new Nozbe account, which is actually a Nozbe space. Probably it's a free space because you are just testing Nozbe. In this one free workspace or space, you can have three projects, you can invite two extra people, and you have some limitations because this is a free our free product. Later on, if you need more projects or you need more people, you can buy a premium account, premium subscription, which turns your former free space into a premium space with no limits. And there you can have as many people as you want, as you are willing to pay for. Let's say five. And then, as an extra, you can create another space in which you can manage your personal stuff or your hobbies or maybe the voluntary work that you are doing. So, apart from your premium actual main space, you are entitled to have an extra space. The third case is even more the business subscription. If one premium account, one premium space is not enough for you because your company is big or you have several businesses, then you can create numerous spaces. And it's not economical to buy several premium subscriptions, to have several premium spaces in Nozbe. It's better to go for a business account. In business account, you pay a little bit more per user, but then you can have as many spaces as you want. So you can create a space for the business number one. You can create an extra space for your business number two. You can create third and fourth and fifth space, as many as you want, for any extra stuff that you want to separate from the other worlds. Uh, and yes. And the last case is the fact that even that you don't have your space. You are not paying for any subscription. You didn't sign up for Nozbe from your own free will, but you were added to someone's space as an employee or as a someone's colleague. You can still belong to the main premium space to which you were invited or added, and then have an extra space, the free space, for your personal stuff.
Yeah, that's basically how it works. So you don't have to be our customer, so pay for Nozbe in order to have an additional space. You can be just a team member of a team that uses Nozbe, and then you can still create your own personal space. And as I mentioned, this additional space, well, all additional spaces basically are like silos. They are completely independent of each other. So your boss will not even know that you have this additional space for your personal stuff. And the main productivity argument for us and for our customers who do use this feature is that you can manage. I mean, Nozbe how it works. How powerful Nozbe can be, and this way you can um, kind of copy your habits and your skills to plan your personal life with as much professionalism as you do in your business life.
Yes, and honestly, I've already shared that with Michael, but I will share it with you as well. That recently I spoke to a business owner who has 15 or 20 employees. And during our demo call, I suggested her that Nozbe is as cool because her employees could also manage their private stuff in the free spaces that we offer as an addition to being a member of her premium space. She was very angry and anxious, and she couldn't believe that I'm suggesting something like that, because how come an employee could be using the same tool for work and then for their personal stuff, and how not professional that was.
Mhm.
So that was her point of view. But again, we would like to reassure you that using an extra space for your private stuff doesn't influence in any way your main premium space. It doesn't slows down the application. It doesn't make the person who pays for the subscription any extra fees. It's harmless.
Yeah, completely. So, uh, so with this out of the way, the thing is that this extra space can be first initially on a free account on a free plan, so you can have up to 3 projects and 3 people. So you can invite, for example, your spouse, your partner, like you can invite them there, your child, your cousin, your brother, or your your business partner of the additional business that you're planning to launch or something. So you can do whatever you want to within the limits of 3 projects and 3 people and unlimited tasks. And the thing is that, of course, you can also upgrade that additional space to premium if you want to. If you want unlimited projects, you can always upgrade it to premium. And with this podcast, I mean, this week we are launching this special offer, this special promo, which we never do. This is an experiment, so bear with us. That if you do use this additional space and you want to upgrade it to premium, you can pay for 6 months and you get the other 6 months. So to the whole full year of premium on us. So you
Yes,
pay for
it's
six
50% cheaper.
cheaper.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You pay for half a year and we give you a year. And this is only for this additional space, not for your main space, but for the additional space. And this is the special offer. We are testing the waters. We want to see if this how this works, because we have heard from many customers who do use 2 workspaces, or want to have this additional space and are just not fitting into the 3 project and 3 person limit. So we'll talk about that promo a little bit later in this podcast. But let's just focus on some examples of how can Nozbe be used um, when you have multiple spaces, multiple workspaces. And Magda has prepared several examples for this.
Yes, we have three
Personas.
cases, personas, yes, that can show you, yeah, in more practical way what I've said before. Our
Mhm.
first case is Mr. Mark Jones. Let's call him like that. He's a software developer, and probably this is the most popular case. Yes, he's a software developer. He has his premium subscription for one person. He has his own small business. He's a freelancer. He looks for some assignments and jobs. So he doesn't have any employees. He's working alone. So one person subscription is fine for him. He's not using his free space for work because he needs more projects. He has several clients at the same time. He wants to manage his finance, his administration related to running a business. Uh, so he wanted to have no limits on his premium account. On this premium account, he can cooperate with someone. Usually, let's say it's his maybe contractor or maybe his accountant with whom he can share a project. Because if you have a premium account, you're entitled to invite someone who doesn't have Nozbe or who is not a part of your workspace in Nozbe
Mhm.
to collaborate on a project with you.
Yeah.
How to do this? Michael, do you want to more or less explain how
Yeah.
we share
So
projects?
if in premium Nozbe account, so you can invite someone to share a project with you, and they when they receive an invitation from you, so just in the project you hit share with someone, share with additional space, so with a different space, and then you put their email address, and when you do that, the person, the business owner or just the freelancer or subcontractor, whoever receives the email, they are being prompted to set up a Nozbe account, and they can set up a free Nozbe account, and automatically they will have accepted this invite. So they will use one of the three free projects for that. So one of the projects will be used for the collaborations. This way you can collaborate with them, and you don't force them to pay. So you just share the same tool, but they don't bear the costs of it. And this is very useful when you have subcontractors, or where, for example, we have that with our accountants. So we refused to send emails to our accountants. As you know, our stance on sending emails, we hate sending emails. We prefer to work in Nozbe. So this way, we've set up a shared project where we exchange all the documents and everything. And by the way, exchanging documents in Nozbe is much easier and much safer because all the documents stored in Nozbe Cloud are encrypted. So it's much safer than sending attachments, confidential attachments via plain text email, which anybody can intercept. So that's why we share a project with our accountants. So again, this is the way to have some to collaborate with others in Nozbe. But
Mhm.
also there is additional feature which we just launched. I mean, a few months ago, that you can also um, share a task with someone, and when you send them a task, either via email or via link, they can join the task and they can complete the task without even signing up for Nozbe. So there's also this second version, but this is just for just one task. But if you work with someone on a regular basis, it's much better to share a project.
Mhm. That's right. So that's our Mark. Yes, he has his premium account,
Mhm.
but he wants to has his part of Nozbe for personal stuff. So he does what we suggested a while ago. He sets up another space,
Mhm.
and he doesn't have to pay for it because it will be a free space. Because three projects are enough for him to run his home bills, small flat renovation, some stuff with his partner, maybe a trip somewhere. Three projects is enough, and as we said, a free space entitles you to have three space members. So there is Mark, and he can invite his partner or his friend because he has the limit of three people without paying anything. And now, as we have the promo, obviously he could get the premium for that for 6 + 6 extra and have no limits. But if he doesn't want, he can stick to this free space. And it's really super cool because after work, he doesn't have to switch the tool to manage projects. He only switches the space in Nozbe. Case number 2, Robert. Robert, he's a PR specialist in a foundation. He works in NGO, and he was invited. This is the case when he didn't set up his Nozbe account because he wanted, but because his boss asked him to. And he was invited to a
No,
premium space.
because his boss set up Nozbe and invited him to Nozbe.
Yes, because they wanted their team
collaborate
to
with
be
her.
a greatly organized.
Great choice.
So bravo for
Choosing Nozbe.
imaginary Robert's boss. So he is a member of a 33 member premium space in Nozbe, which is paid by the foundation, by the boss. But as he learned to use Nozbe, he thought, wow, it's cool to have everything in one place. He said, okay, I will set up a space for myself. My boss won't be charged because it's a free space. The boss or anyone from that foundation won't have any access to his space because it's his personal space. It's absolutely separate world, Nozbe world. So he sets it up, and this way he has a space with 3 projects that he can use for his sport, his hobby. He can invite 2 people, as always. So he can invite his spouse, his brother, his friends, and organize his personal or voluntary or hobby or passion or studies or learning projects.
Yeah, just a side note that we haven't scripted, but we apart from the offer that we just mentioned, that we on a regular basis, I mean, just as a regular pricing thing, we have special price for NGOs and non-profit organizations. So if you are just like Robert's boss, you are so smart that you decided to run your nonprofit or NGO through Nozbe, you'll get a special deal from us. Just contact support, and we'll set you up.
Mm-hmm. And the last case is Anna. Anna is an entrepreneur. She has a business account because from the very beginning she knew how Nozbe works, and she wanted to have multiple spaces. She wanted to have her because she's running her physiotherapy clinic, so she wanted to have a special space. Let's call it super physio for her work. There she has 5 employees who she pays for because she has a business subscription for 5 people. Apart from her super physio space, she has the Smith's space. The Smith because she's Anna Smith, and she wanted to have her space for family, where she has her husband and her, let's say, older son, and they cooperate there together. And they can have as many projects as they want because she has business subscription. Yes, so she's paying for as many people as she invites to her spaces. And the last space is the maybe private or personal space. Anna can call it as she wants, where she decided to manage her personal life in secret without anyone joining her. Maybe some health stuff, some study stuff. She just wanted to have something for her own and not share it with her husband or something. And there she has several projects, but one of the projects she decided to share with her friend. She will do it exactly as Michael explained that in Mark's case, because she's going on a long trip. This trip requires many preparations, tickets, accommodation, many things. So she invited her not very well organized friend, and there together they are planning everything related to that trip. So as you
Yeah,
can see, there are many options, but the most important thing is no matter you are the space owner or you are a space member, you can have at least one extra space, and one of them can be free.
yeah. And in the case of a business account, so we are not really good at maths because we made it really affordable. So when you have one premium space, so you pay basically $9 or $9 uh, per person per month or less. Um, but if you have two spaces, you would have to pay, twice that. But if you get a business account, you don't pay twice that, and you can have unlimited spaces. Just like in Anna's case, you can have three spaces with unlimited projects. So that's why and the cool thing is you pay for each user of the business account, but they don't have to be in all these spaces. You can decide that, for example, as you mentioned, Magda, that some of the people in her like physiotherapy are in just one workspace, her husband is in the other workspace. Um, so and there can be additional workspace for like for just a mixture of these people. So it's completely flexible, and it's very easy to use. And we have customers who are using really several spaces on the business account, and this way they can really decide where to put people. We have, for example, from some of our bigger customers, we have customers like that have several, let's say, shops or offices. So then each office is a different workspace, is a different space, and the bosses have access to all these spaces, but they bosses also have their management space where they manage the management of the whole chain. So um, it's really flexible, and you can very easily decide who goes where. So for in this case, it's something that like we've made it so affordable with the business because uh, uh, many people are serial entrepreneurs or are just um, working on a side job, and they want to have like additional workspace for that. So this way, the business account is very easy to use and very, very flexible.
Yeah, the rule with business account is that you pay for as many people total as you want to work with, and then you can have as many spaces and you can juggle those people as you want. So you can put all of the people you paid for to one space, but then to have one space only for two of them, and then have another space for just you, and then have the fourth space for only half of your people.
Yeah.
So that's how it works.
That's how it works. Okay, and now after like we've dealt with spaces and we've explained how this works, um, again we would so let's have a break and let someone else talk about Nozbe, and after the break, Magda and I will share our own setups, how we personally use Nozbe for our like personal life, and we have quite a few tips and tricks there as well. But in the meantime, let's hear to.
When we've been around for about 10 years, our business has, and we've been using Nozbe for about 8 of those years. And as we grew, we kind of got to the point where I just couldn't remember everything anymore. I'm pretty organized. I would just kind of keep everything in my head and with post-it notes and things like that. And it just got to be too much. And so I started looking around for some sort of project management software that could help me set up really a trusted system. But really, I just wanted a system where I could know that I had everything in there. I wasn't going to forget anything. I wasn't going to drop any balls for our clients or miss deadlines.
Okay, so let's talk about how we use Nozbe privately. So In my case, I am a father of three daughters, and I have a wife. So we are five people, and I have a special, I mean, a special personal space. And over there, what I do is I not only manage our house but also manage our trips. So we travel a lot. We like traveling, and I'll talk about it a little bit later. But apart from that, I have projects for my daughters to manage their school stuff. I have projects for our house, like things that anytime I see something that needs to be fixed, I at least write it in Nozbe. If I later fix it, we'll see. But at least it's written down in Nozbe that, and the cool thing is very often I just take a picture of it and attach it to the task so I can see, what's broken or what needs to be done, and then maybe jot an idea how I can solve it, and who I can, maybe ask to help me with that. So um only with that I have several projects. Also, there is a project for our financial stuff. So for example, our investments or like financial management, and really, like, when you think about it, like running a household with five people, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of things to remember, which I don't want to remember all these things. So that's why I have my trusted system. That's why I have them in Nozbe. For now, I'm just sharing my space with my wife, but I will be introducing Nozbe to my 17-year-old now. She already requested that, she already told me that she's struggling to get things organized. So she requested a personalized tutorial how to get things done. So if I succeed, maybe we'll record a podcast about that. So I'll let you know about it. But so in the meantime, I'm just sharing this thing with my wife, and hopefully then later with my eldest, and then hopefully down the line with all of my three daughters.
Oh, that would be great if our kids wanted to get organized and have Nozbe and put down everything there. For now, it's a dream, but that would be great because it gives you this peace of mind and sense of control. Uh, Personally, I have my private space, and I belong to several spaces related to Nozbe. We have our space with, for example, Nozbe experts,
Mhm.
and their Nozbe experts have this, the space, the platform to connect, to
Mhm.
exchange experiences and suggestions and discussions. Uh, I also have a space for my side project that I run with two business partners, and we have employees, but I didn't invite those employees because I knew it would be too much. But the three of us, like the management, we have the Nozbe space, and there we have a project for financial and organizational stuff. And also we have a project where probably, Michael, it's like you have with us in
Mhm.
Nozbe, that in the project each employee is a task, and there we
Mhm.
note down everything
Oh yeah.
regarding this person, what we said in terms of payments, what I don't know, what salaries they get, what they wanted, what we agreed on when we hired them. uh, mm, yeah, the task devoted to a person, where we have all the information, documents, and stuff. So that's really helpful because, yeah, it gives the sense of control. We have everything in one place. We also have this messenger chat, but it's so annoying. So I'm
Mhm.
trying to push Nozbe, and I see it's kind of a relief because messenger group was really tiring, and in Nozbe everything is structured and organized, so it's better.
Yeah. So for example, one of the things I wanted to share is trip planning. So as you know, in Nozbe, you can also create project templates, and many people are using project templates. And now, when we had the webinar, AI webinar, I showed how you can use AI to create projects and project templates. And And just recently, Magda, when I was so normally Magda is doing the demos. So if you go to nozbe.com/demo, Magda is doing the demos. But every now and then, I get relegated to do demos, and I did a demo of a software company in a software company, and I wanted to to quickly create a project, about them. So what I did was I I asked AI to create a project and then put a description, and it just populated the project. So it was perfect. It just worked very well. Um, so anyway, so as I mentioned, templates. And templates are great because templates is like a project that is dormant. So it's like, it's a template and you create new projects from it. And you can always tweak the template so that every new project from it, it's just better. And we have a big template for each travel. So even if we go for a weekend, or if we go, or for a week, or for 3 weeks, we or for 2 weeks, whatever, we create a new project from this template. This way, I don't forget things. I don't forget, for example, asthma medication for my youngest. I don't forget all the documents that we have to check. Everything. I have vast checklists of things just to make sure that because just think about it, when you travel in a family of 5, there are so many things that can go wrong that you can forget. And if you forget one passport, like the trip is done. Like
Yeah.
it's completely screwed. So you have to remember, so it's like uh, the conversation I'm having with my wife. Michael, did you remember about that? It's on my checklist. And if I say it's on my checklist, she knows it's good. Like Michael will get there. Like, like if it's on the checklist, you know, it's my cop out. It's on the checklist. Okay, great. And even I had a weekend trip last weekend with my buddies, like a hiking trip. And even for that hiking trip, I created the whole thing from this template. So I just skipped several things. I just, I skipped several things that I just didn't need to pack, like my family's documents or stuff like that. But still, going through the checklist is calm. It gives me the sense of control and sense that I will not forget anything. Even if it's a little bit a bigger checklist, even though I don't need such a big checklist for a shorter trip, but I still prefer to create a project from this template to make sure that I don't forget anything. And I think it's great. And I think especially if you are using this additional workspace, this additional space for your private stuff, I do encourage you to have at least like a packing template, like a template where you pack things for your family, because then creating a project for each trip from this is great. And once you create a project, you don't have to just stick to the checklist. You can just add additional tasks and additional things that are particular for this trip, and it works very well.
hmm Yeah, and templates are a little bit like wine. The older they are better, because with every trip you realize, I could add this to the template.
Oh
Oh,
yes.
we didn't take this, and that would be really good to have. So you can embellish and improve your template every time. So with months or with years or with trips, it gets better and better and more reliable, and
Yeah.
it makes you more like calmer and calmer.
Also, and more flexible. Like, for example, I tweaked the template a little bit to make sure that in case I use this template just for myself for a solo trip, I know which tasks I don't need because they're family related.
hmm
So it again, but I don't have like several different templates. I have just this one, and tweaked for these use cases.
Yes. If you don't have a free space in Nozbe yet, you can check out Nozbe for your private stuff by creating a space dedicated to your trip. We've
Three friends.
just yeah, and we've just made it up with Michael during our last show, because it's really nice to create a space, especially for your trip. You invite the people who you are traveling with, let's say 2 of your friends or your cousins or your mom and your dad, whatever. And there together you create projects. You create projects, for example, for accommodation, and there you send your suggestions and ideas where you could stay. You send the links from booking.com or from Airbnb or any bed and breakfast that you find, and they can also send something, their suggestions, and then you can eliminate one by one until you get to the perfect accommodation for the three of you. Or you can have a separate project, or a task for, I don't know, the checklist, who is taking what. Yes, if you are going three of you, there is no sense to take three shampoos if only one person can take the shampoo, or the hair dryers. So that could be a great experiment to create a space, especially for a trip, to invite your people you are traveling with, and fix everything regarding to your trip in one space. And it's so cool because Nozbe works offline. So even when you are on a plane, you can still sit together and look for something, analyze again what you are going to visit, which museum, which sites, which I don't know, national parks, because you can see what you noted down in Nozbe because it's there, because it's working online. You can add something, and then it will synchronize when you land and you are back online. So yeah, we recommend the experiment like this.
Yeah, completely. Like this is it's a very cool use case which I haven't thought of. That you can basically use this option to create additional free workspace just as a workspace just for this one trip. When the trip is over, you just close the workspace, or better yet, you
Complete all the projects and you have the free space for three new ones.
exactly. And then and if you have a good a checklist or something, you can, for example, copy it from there to your to your main account, for example. So you can use the knowledge you've gained from this trip. Like the thing, for example, that we do always is whenever you are organizing, Magda, you are organizing our Nozbe reunion. So when we meet once a year, Magda is going through the hotels, and also every hotel is a different is a different task in a project. And this way, we can just comment on these hotels, comment on what we like, what we don't like, and then later vote for which hotel we like. And the cool thing about this is, when you have it as a project, you close the project when it's done. But then later in the future, you can always go back and see. So I remember like we wanted to do something on one of the reunions, and we were like, how did we do it in the previous one? So we just went to the previously archived project, and we just checked. So this is another feature of Nozbe. So in the free account, you can have 3 active projects. So which means that once the project is completed, it frees a space for a new project. So this way it creates kind of this knowledge base for you. So
and it's the same with people. If you are done with the trip with Anne, you can remove Anne from your space and add Jerry, with whom you want to work on another project of yours. So it's really flexible, and you can do many things with the free space, actually.
Yes, exactly. So so now that you know that Nozbe is so flexible and you can create additional spaces, let's go back to our special offer, which we recommend you try, or send someone the information that there is a special offer that for this additional space. So the offer applies only to people who are already in Nozbe, are either our customers and have a premium or business account, or are joined a team, a premium or business team, or free team actually. and then if you create your own, because you can be an owner of just one free team. So if you add this additional free personal space for your personal stuff, you can take advantage of this special offer 6+6. So you pay for 6 months upfront, but then you get the whole year of Nozbe on that workspace. So it's like a 50% off deal, which we don't say because we never give 50% off, but we do give bonuses, and it's a big, very generous bonus.
Yeah, and then there's a secret information. If you don't have your free account, if your free space, the one that you can use the promo with, you can create one now, and you can still use the promo.
Exactly. So it's only valid for the next 2 weeks. So this is because this is an experiment. This is something we were struggling if we wanted to be so generous and give something like that, but we do believe so much that you can have really, like, we know it ourselves, that you can have both your business and life organized in one app, that we think it's a great choice. And again, frankly, like when you think about it, like if you already know how to use Nozbe because you are in a Nozbe, in a team in Nozbe, and you get things done with your colleagues and and business wise.
Yeah, and you know that you need to zero down the incoming. You know
Yeah,
that what to do with priorities. You know how to use
how to set
reminders.
reminders. Yeah, and how to set up recurring tasks. Like, then why would you want to manage your personal life with something else, with something less powerful, and or with something less capable? So just this way you can do it all in one app. And this app, as well, and as Magda mentioned, it works also offline. So you can even, go through your Nozbe and review your Nozbe even when you're on a plane and you don't have a good internet connection. So make sure to check it out. Make sure to try our 6+6 special offer. And also, let us know. Send us an email, send us a comment on social media or here on YouTube. Send us information how you use Nozbe privately for your private stuff. Let us know how you do it. Um, I'm curious to hear what's going on, and I hope this new special offer will be, you know, you'll take a good advantage of it, because in the northern hemisphere it's spring, so it's perfect to start getting, preparing to organize your vacations, doing the spring cleaning in your house, and
Renovations.
renovation, like painting the walls, and then just planning that in Nozbe. So make sure to check it out. And thanks for listening, and see you in a month.
Yeah. See you, and we hope you enjoyed that.
Okay. So thank you for being an amazing listener of the No Office podcast. Every other Wednesday we meet to talk about productivity and hybrid lifestyle. Thank you for being an amazing listener of the No Office podcast. Every other Wednesday, we meet to talk about productivity and hybrid lifestyle, because we believe that work is not a place to go, it's a thing to do. It's a special gift only to No Office